What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the house. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good, you?
Oh. He's just defending today, just on the defense. If you guys are new here, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, become a superstar. Great things happen to superstars. It is incredible the amount of juju that I've been seeing in the community. And if you're not, become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. And there's a million things that we're going to be bringing to this membership. You get the badges off the bat. We got access to our spreadsheet that let you know if you should be going for the drop based on your price predictions. Also, everything we buy and sell, Rob's been buying some things. He gave some reasonings as well. So if you're a member, you know what he bought and why he bought it. And on top of that, we got giveaways. We got Disney mini brands right now. Shout out to Crypto Actor. Got the first draw. And we're going to have another draw here soon. I think we got 3 more to pull before we do that. And then some Omi we'll eventually be doing. We're going to be naming an actual star in the universe after one of the VIPs. So shout out to our VIPs here. I added the new guys on the list. So there you are. All of you are superstar VIPs. Also, you get ads if you want to find a collectible, if you want to sell a collectible. Shout out Crypto Cookie. Only movie year UR Vader currently listed. If you're interested, please reach out looking for a nice offer, or I'll toss it in my vault for the long haul. Imagine owning a full movie set of UR Vader. Huge flex.
Huge.
If you're looking for that movie Vader, this is a 2002, looks like. So the year that a movie came out. Then we have someone looking for a collectible. Big Odds VIP. Hey guys, I'm interested in the Ultraman poster number 2020 from superstar Killian Martin Navarro in the live stream. So yesterday we did a live stream and Killian was there. Shout out Killian. I didn't know that you were so huge of a deal for skateboarding, Rob. Did you know that?
I had no idea. It was Nick Batchelor. Shout out superstar Nick Batchelor. He actually mentioned that because we were commenting on how he had some incredible acrobatic kickstand with one arm in the air holding a skateboard, and it looks like he actually competes professionally. So it looks like there is a bounty on you right now. We'll try to reach out. We'll try to find you next time we see you, and we're gonna ask you for superstar Big Oz, superstar VIP Big Oz, if you are willing to sell that poster. So if you hear us now,
Killian, leave us a comment if you see this, and maybe we can help you link up with Big Oz, and you guys can work out a deal. That'd be great. 2 superstars working out a deal.
I like it.
You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We give you daily updates on Twitter. You send us your pictures, send us your videos for TikTok and Instagram, and you practice your autograph. You're going to go out to the grocery store, and the person checking you out is going to ask you to sign the back of your receipt. It's going to be crazy. Follow us on the VV app, Fastos number 6909, and we will follow you back.
And we have the video today. There's a lot of things happening right now in VV. I like where we're going. I like the trajectory right now. Things are on the up and up. Not as gloomy as it used to be.
Tried to go through the intro a little bit quicker for some of you guys. But we also had a drop today. Lenticular cards, the castles from Hong Kong, Momentous series. I ended up FOMOing into a couple of these. I told you guys my favorite one was the Day to Night. I definitely went in for that one. And I also got the limited one, the 1300 run. So I like to see how they play out. I really like the music. It really gives me that atmosphere. And if you see the things that people have been doing with these in their showrooms, it's incredible. I don't regret the purchases. So I want to show you guys that. Vivi has that video up for the stuff coming out at Decon. Also, there was a little bit of issues with some of the payout function. So don't freak out. They know about it. We are working with the provider to resolve this as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. A little bit of a hiccup. These things are going to happen as things are unrolled here. They gotta figure out the growing pains.
Yeah, I think that's just a little blip right there. I'll get sorted out.
Yeah, this is a cool Disney showroom that they're posting here. A bunch of stuff. There's Rob's Woody. Again, there's one of the castles in the background. They also posted. Someone posted this mural. Had the word Vivi on. Actually, this is like a basketball court. Had the word Vivi. Really cool. Shows how talented the Vivi fam is. And tomorrow, there's no drop, but we're getting that airdrop for people who have the full sets of the blue, beta, and T-Rex. Or if you have one from each set, you still get an airdrop. It could be a common, uncommon, rare. I wonder how many people are going to get it. I wonder how many people went for this. Let us know in the comments if you went for the full set or if you just went for one of each rarity or random rarities from each set, and then you're just hoping for a typical airdrop. And are you selling at 8:01 Pacific, or are you going to hold them? I want to know that as well.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how much I trust the snapshot. Like, I feel like if you sell like a minute after, like you're risking. Yeah, exactly. Like they might snapshot a little bit too late, or you sell it and you get the wrong time zone. You make a mistake, and you sell everything, and you're actually 3 hours ahead or behind, or behind in that case because the head wouldn't matter. But I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know how many people are going to do this. I actually don't think.
I don't think it's going to be a lot. I really don't think it's going to be a lot.
I don't think it's going to be too popular. So you might not see the price fluctuations that you think. I'm sure people will dump, but I don't know if it's going to be as many people as we think here.
Yeah.
This was pretty big news. So DCon Anaheim tickets are on sale tomorrow. They gave you a whole 1 day notice. And it's looking like you got 4 packages: VIP night, $90, weekend, so Saturday and Sunday, $40, Saturday, $25, Sunday, $25. So if you want to go for just 1 day, those are the prices. Pulled up the website here. Guys, there's a mistake in the top right corner here. It says that it is November 12th to 14th, but we know that it is on the 18th to 20th, right, Rob?
That's right. It says it right there. When I saw that at first, I'm like, what's going on here? But I think we got to attend this one, Joe. I think it's time we, at that point, we'll be a year into Veve.
There you go.
Why not, meet the fam face to face and get involved?
I think so. We're going to do everything we can to get into it. Hopefully we can get some tickets tomorrow. Not sure what time they go on sale, if it's midnight or 3 a.m. our time, or if it's 9 a.m. I don't know. It doesn't really say a time, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't say when they're going to be released. I don't know how popular this is. Like, I don't know if the tickets sell out right away and how big the event is, but I don't know. I think it's going to be, we probably have a little bit of time. I don't think it's one of those things that sell out right away, but what do I know? It's my first time going.
Here's the Veve booth. So they are between Lincoln Design Co., which is another thing that's been on the Veve. That's the skateboards. And then Mighty Jacks.
There you go.
Toy Cube. So they've got, it looks like it's a pretty good spot right along the edge.
All their buddies.
One of the first rows. If people start going through the rows, they maybe go that way. They're next to this big Metacom toy. So there's some places I've never heard of in here. Yeah. But I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to turn out for Veve, and it's pretty cool that the tickets are going on sale already. I didn't know they would go on sale this early, but I guess it makes sense
to see who's there at that time. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Here's the Veve team right here. And
yeah, they put Wen dead in center. Wen dead in center
on the cover page. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Good time. Yeah, pretty cool.
Here also is, they have it on Instagram if you're not on Instagram, and they talk more in detail. It says the VIP has night and weekend. And here you go, 1 Pacific. So 4 o'clock Eastern. 4 o'clock Eastern, they'll go on sale. So if you guys are looking to do that right away, maybe that's the best time to do it.
Yep.
Other than that, this was really cool. Like, this is one of my favorite posts from today. They just lined up all the cards next to each other, and they just did like a 360 in the middle. Look at this.
It's sick. Some of the things that people do showrooms is just insane.
I wonder how it sounded with all the songs playing at the same time.
Probably just a pure cluster, but still, right? This is great. Either way, this is great.
This is cool. Look, and then even the day to night one is the only one that doesn't have the fountain, so you could kind of place your collectibles in front of it. I thought that was really cool. We got the updated beta from Mac NFGs, wearing the shoes.
Nice.
Shout out to Superstar Rami. I had to give him a shout out for his listings. I think the Fantastic Four actually sold. This is what I was talking about. So this is cool. You got Walt and Mickey behind the railing.
Yeah, that's
in front of the castle. It gives you like park vibes.
It's like you're right in the park, right? You got that statue right there front and center, and then the castle right behind it. Love it.
And this was pretty big news too. Shout out to Chad for tweeting it. It's the first person I saw tweet it. Times New cover. The metaverse will change everything.
True.
And on Time magazine. So
I mean, it's starting. I mean, it's still early, but it's starting. The word's getting out there.
NFTs are just shout out to Veve Vault also. He had an 8-minute rebound twice in a row.
Nice.
I think he hits it at the 4-minute, lets the buy now come up, and doesn't hit the button until 8 minutes. So that's a little trick.
Well, that's a new one.
Ducking covers, selling a rocket to the moon. I don't know if you noticed, but that pricing went up like crazy right before this video. This is the other one that I saw. I had to retweet it. But that's also shout out Crypto Cookie. I retweeted his post there. Nice. So that's about it for that, Rob. Why don't you talk about what you got pulled up on your screen? This might be something that shoots up in value because of this.
So this really got me when I heard this. So I'm gonna play here when I was listening to the interview, and we never explicitly did a video on it. We talked about it in our live. So listen and check this out.
The lightsabers extremely valuable. I mean, I was talking to Dan only the other day again how rare it is, because you can think about it. The Yoda lightsaber, even though they did come out, as blind box with different one, but some of the rarities are very, very low run. And you can imagine one day we bring out Yoda and he doesn't have a saber, so you really need to have one to put it in his hand. I mean, could you imagine that? How many that the amount of Star Wars fans gonna have that character plus the saber that was gonna go? It's gonna be tiny.
Yeah.
So some of the collectible that we are doing, especially because Star Wars, they are very small runs. Even if they're in the tens of thousands, you do have to think the Star Wars fans is in the tens of millions.
Wow. When I heard that, I'm like, what is he saying? He is saying something that we always wanted, that we always thought Veve would eventually do. But to me, this is essentially a confirmation without actually making it a confirmation. And that is intercollectible utility. And when we got those lightsabers, I remember, Joe, we did a video on it. We were saying, like, you know how they're coming out with these lightsabers by themselves? Why are they coming by themselves? Is there plans to eventually you got to buy a lightsaber in order to make it work with another collectible? Obviously, Darth Vader didn't go that way. He has the lightsaber in his hand.
Yeah.
But now he's saying that imagine a Yoda. Yeah, buy the Yoda collectible separately, and then you're going to have to go pick up one of those lightsabers with tens of millions of Star Wars fans who will eventually have their lives transformed in the metaverse. So I thought this was insane.
I wonder how it's going to be, like if you got to actually move it in AR using like their interface, or if it's going to be like you click the button and say join this one with this collectible, and then it like automatically gets in the hand. Hoping it's more like that, so it looks a little bit cleaner, it's a little bit smoother, and then I think will make people want them more. It's making me want to go for some more Yoda lightsabers for sure, because they're on the cheap right now. And it's almost like you said, it's almost confirmed. It's just hashtag soon right now, and we know how long sometimes those things take.
Yeah, it's funny because the community was talking about how high of a mint run the Star Wars were. I remember when they first came out, they did not sell out right away. People were saying it's a very high mint run, and it's funny because the man himself comes on right now and says, no. That's not a high mint run. That's an extremely low limited run.
You know what else people said was a really high mint run, and they let it sell for close to $1 is Marvel Comics #1 when that first dropped. And I think Chad told us it was sitting in the store for a couple months, and now look at it, over 100x. So maybe in a few months, a few years, we'll look back at these lightsabers and we'll say, "Wow, these really were a low mint run." And
I think so.
This should, like, if this utility does come to them, it should pump the prices. And they went for what, 60 gems in the store. Imagine that they're going for a couple hundred, and they cost right now $20. So you got to think about it like that long term. What's going to happen with these? Maybe it's a good idea to pick some up after this video, Rob, before the masses get to them.
Yeah, maybe. And I mean, another thing too is that we talked about is how there's potential utility through gamification with the intercollectible utility. Maybe in order to activate a certain power of one of the Marvel Mighties, you're going to have to go buy the Tesseract, or you have to go buy another item that they're going to have to use, an artifact that they would have to use in order to make it work. So it really is endless on how they can find ways to generate this intercollectible utility. But the fact that he explicitly said Yoda, he explicitly said the lightsabers. I mean, if you're not listening to that, then what are you listening to? This is the man himself giving that example. I own them already. I own 6 of them in total, like not just the Yoda ones, but I own 6 lightsabers, the full set plus an extra. So it's something that maybe you want to consider if you don't have one already.
Yeah, and this is not what we're talking about in the title either. The title, this collectible will sell for the most money ever on Veve, and it's not even going to be AF-15 that we're talking about, and it's nothing that we have already. One of the things that was mentioned, and we just talked about the intercollectible stuff, and there was that Spaces that Veve Magic ran, and Alex G was on there, and he said that David Yu said something that he probably shouldn't have said, and he has to clear it up with Disney now. I think that was the lightsaber thing that you were talking about just now. and how maybe Yoda's coming out. Maybe that was something that spilled that he wasn't supposed to spill. But the thing that we think is going to be the most valuable is another thing that was spoken about in that spaces, and it is when Alex G pretty much confirmed that the Artist Alley coming to Veve is not limited to private artists. That big IP will be included in Artist Alley auctions, which will be like come out on a Monday and close 4 days later. One of ones that are paired with physicals, at least initially, they said. So if we get something from Disney that is in Artist Alley, that is going to trump anything on the app, I think. What would you say?
Well, first of all, when I heard this for the first time, I mean, even the first time I heard about Artist Alley, I really did think it would be only exclusive to private artists because they can create a very unique one-for-one mint. They can gain scarcity from that reputation, and it just lends itself more to there's less demand ultimately for some of these private artists than there is for a Disney IP. But when I heard that a Disney IP could actually get a 1-for-1 with a paired physical collectible, like where's the end? Like how much are these going to go for? These could be hundreds of thousands, if not $1 million. We might see another $1 million NFT on the Veve app at this point, depending on what's released, because now you have that draw for the physical collectible, the only one manufactured in the world by a company like Disney. Hardcore collectors will do a lot in order to get their hands on that physical collectible and the paired digital collectible. It really is truly going to be a complete game changer for the Veve market. And I already know right now I'm not going to be able to afford one.
No. And imagine being able to say you have the first ever one-of-one Disney NFT, like ever. And think about that. Like that is going to be the Holy Grail, I would think, at some point. I don't see what else can beat that. It's just, it'll be the scarcest and it'll be the first. And it might be paired with a physical, probably. That would be utility. It has that too. So it has everything that you would want. Now, the question for me is, how is it going to affect everything else? If big IP starts going through Artist Alley on a continuous basis, how's that going to start affecting things that are 7,000 run, like 5,000 run? Sure, I think that kind of caters towards the more average user. And these ones are obviously going to be whale games. But at what point do you get where this kind of is the ceiling now for the Waltz and the Secret Rare Spider-Mans? Because if I'm going to spend 50 grand, am I going to go spend it on a Walt or a Spider-Man, or I'm going to go for a one-of-one? You get where I'm getting with this? So I think it kind of limits the ceiling for some of these bulk items, even no matter how old they are, no matter how graily they are. The Artist Alley is going to change the game.
It's going to be all relative, right? Like the pricing of the 1-for-1 will be relative to the other grails on the app. But then it lends to yourself to another question. Now, if you ask yourself that, what's going to happen to the other ones? Will whales sell in order to get in on this?
That's a great question.
It's a good question because, when you hear the term whale, we all assume they just have infinite money, but they don't. Okay. Mm-hmm. They don't have infinite money. They might have a lot of money. I'm positive that there's whales out there that might not want to put more money in for this, and they might choose to sell and ultimately lose to another whale that maybe is just more wealthier and it can afford it. So I'm curious to see if these 1-for-1 drops, these high-end drops, will cause maybe a mini, gem squeeze event on some of the higher-end collectibles, because whales who have many of them might be selling off a bunch in order to be able to afford and win the auction on the 1-for-1. But at the same time, I don't think most people on the app are going to be able to compete properly for it. So it will still be a small group of people controlling, which would ultimately lead to lower impacts on the long-term effects on prices. We know that when a whale runs up a price, that it's short-lived. I think the same is true on the down end too. If you have a quick flooding of the market that gets bought up pretty quickly, I don't think it will last long if it's just a whale's dumping 10 TODs at one shot and just undercuts himself a bunch of times. So that's
like what you said there, though. I like what you said there, though, because we do know that there is one whale in particular that owns 100 partner statues at least. So if that whale in particular wants the first ever Disney NFT and wants to make sure he has enough gems, maybe he starts unloading some of those and gets into the better grail. I mean, still going to have some. left over. But it's something to think about. I think, where's that ceiling going to be now? Like maybe there's a limiting ceiling when this happens and you start flooding that. I never thought of it like that. Maybe we need a whole new video. Let us know your comments below about what you think when we do get these 101s. What's going to happen to everything else? I know 99% of people in this app aren't going to be able to go for this stuff, but I think
sorry, go ahead.
The people who own the most expensive items right now in the app are going to have options.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I actually think this is one that David Yu himself will compete for. Like, I think that he will be. I don't know. Is he? Why can't he act as a normal user? I don't know. He can't act on behalf of the company. I'm sure he's buying things all the time on the app. So I wonder if he would go for one of those, but maybe he can't. It's just something to consider. You might have some people within Veve themselves vying for that 1-for-1
with their burner account.
With their burner account, that's right. Or maybe you might have some celebrities, right?
Let's open one up for the VIP here. We got a different one. I've never seen this one before.
That's all right. It's good.
We got a Minnie Mouse lunchbox. All right. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it opens or closes. I'm not going to try. Am I going to try? No, it doesn't open and close. It's almost like a Tupperware, actually. It's got like the dividers inside it. Pretty cool stuff.
Take your lunch with it. Take your lunch with it.
We're adding another one, a new one to the collection here for the next winner. And that's a pretty cool one, I think. It's different.
Yeah, it's cool. And then did we send out the other ones yet?
I'm sending them out this week. I've already talked to Crypto Actor. I got the address, and we are ready to go for that.
Okay, well, everybody listening, please let us know below, all the superstars. We want to know from you. What do you think about today's video? Do you think that Artist Alley is going to be game changer? Are we going to have some of the most expensive NFTs anyone has ever seen before, with Disney IP potentially being a 1-for-1 with a paired physical collectible? How much do you think that can sell for? I would love to hear your thoughts below. Let us know what you guys think, whether you agree with us or not. Also, let us know what you think about intercollectible utility, what David Yu said. What are your thoughts? And don't forget, if you haven't already, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam. Let us know below. We respond to every single comment. We want to hear from you. Let us know below. And now you can also become a Superstar VIP. Get that cool star beside your name. Get our drop spreadsheet to help figure out your probabilities. See our buys and sells. You know what? We're not going to reveal it today. We got something brewing. Maybe tomorrow we'll reveal what we're doing. You got to become a VIP if you want to see our recent buys. Hopefully, sometimes I think about it in blackjack. You gotta take your shot when the odds are in your favor. You might still lose, but when the odds are in your favor, sometimes you got to go for it. That's the time. Take your high probability chances. So if you want to see what it is, become a VIP. And thank you for watching. We will see you on the next one. Take care.
Love you. Bye.